Warehouse giant Costco has earned widespread acclaim for its impressive bulk offerings and seemingly unbeatable prices, making it the preferred destination for countless budget-conscious shoppers nationwide. However, here's the uncomfortable reality many members overlook. Not everything within those cavernous walls represents genuine value. In fact, several products are cleverly disguised financial pitfalls, creating an illusion of savings while actually draining your wallet. Between subpar quality, misleading pricing strategies, and items that spoil before you can utilize them fully, these warehouse aisles harbor merchandise that should never enter your shopping cart. And I guarantee you've already been deceived by at least one of them. Most shocking of all, the worst culprit is something currently sitting in most people's refrigerators. The identity of this number one offender will completely transform your perspective on a common household staple. Continue reading to avoid these expensive blunders that could be sabotaging your budget. Before we explore these pitfalls, please tap that like button. It requires just a moment, but significantly increases this video's visibility to fellow savvy consumers like yourself. If you're passionate about maximizing your dollars and eliminating waste, subscribe now and activate alerts because here at Thrifty Insights, we deliver budget-transforming strategies every week without fail. Now let's begin with a warehouse product that has left countless shoppers thoroughly disappointed. While Costco's windshield wipers might appear to offer substantial savings, the uncomfortable truth is that these supposed bargains could ultimately cost significantly more than anticipated. Numerous motorists have documented these wipers failing prematurely, often degrading within mere weeks or a couple of months at most. Rather than providing clear, uninterrupted visibility, they rapidly begin jumping, creating smears, and literally coming apart during critical moments. Consider this dangerous scenario. You're suddenly caught in a heavy downpour, struggling to navigate through a windshield covered with visibility-impairing streaks, all because you attempted to save a few dollars. This transforms your perceived bargain into not just a financial waste, but a genuine safety hazard that no prudent consumer should willingly accept. The wiser approach? Bypass Costco's wipers completely and select quality replacements from respected manufacturers like Bosch or Rain-X. These premium brands are engineered for longevity across multiple weather seasons, maintaining optimal functionality during both torrential rainfall and freezing conditions. The key strategy: watch for promotions at automotive supply stores or online retailers such as Amazon, where premium wipers can be purchased at comparable prices with substantially greater reliability. Remember, an inexpensive wiper that fails when most needed isn't economical. It's a potential catastrophe waiting to occur. When selecting cream cheese, superior quality isn't merely a preference, but an absolute necessity. The warehouse's private label version might entice you with its reduced price tag, but countless shoppers ultimately regret making this substitution. The texture is problematic. Instead of experiencing the silky smoothness consumers expect, many describe the store brand version as powdery, coarse, and unusually rigid. The flavor profile disappoints equally, lacking the perfect balance of creaminess and tanginess that makes premium cream cheese so irresistible, leaving consumers with a spread that tastes artificial and uninspired. Imagine slathering this inferior product across a freshly toasted bagel, only to watch it disintegrate rather than melting into a luxurious layer. Worse yet, picture using it in your cherished cheesecake recipe, only to discover the finished dessert lacks that rich, indulgent consistency that elevates homemade baking to exceptional heights. That's precisely why experienced shoppers acknowledge the truth. The leading national brand maintains its reputation for valid reasons. If you desire perfect creamy consistency paired with authentic, bold flavor, never compromise with a substandard alternative. The minimal cost difference simply doesn't justify sacrificing taste, texture, and overall quality in your culinary creations. The warehouse's large packages of fresh garlic may initially seem economical, but this apparent deal actually represents a clever deception, one that typically leaves consumers with more waste than actual savings. While garlic remains a kitchen fundamental, its usable time frame is quite restricted, and unless you're preparing meals for a substantial household or commercial establishment, you'll likely discover shriveled, sprouting, or moldy cloves before consuming the entire quantity. The fundamental issue? As garlic ages, its distinctive flavor diminishes, transforming into a bland, lifeless shadow of its former potency. Consequently, by the time you reach those final few bulbs, you're not experiencing the robust, aromatic intensity that makes fresh garlic so essential to culinary success. Let's be honest. Who wants to compromise a meticulously prepared dish with stale, weak garlic simply because they were enticed by bulk pricing? The more prudent approach: purchase garlic in modest quantities from neighborhood markets or farmers' stands where you can personally select firm, fresh bulbs with genuine staying power. This strategy ensures maximum flavor potential, eliminates unnecessary waste, and delivers authentic savings. Remember this crucial distinction. True economy isn't measured by purchase quantity, but by actual consumption. When half your purchase ultimately becomes trash, you're not economizing. You're squandering resources. Purchasing milk in large quantities seems convenient initially, but the warehouse's twin-gallon packages represent more financial liability than genuine value for most households. Unless your family consumes milk at an exceptionally rapid pace, there's significant probability you won't finish both containers before they spoil, curdle, or transform into an unpleasant-smelling financial loss. Wasted milk doesn't merely represent financial drain, it also necessitates unexpected grocery visits, ruins carefully planned recipes, and creates frustration regarding food waste that could have been completely avoided. Don't assume freezing provides a viable solution either. While technically possible, frozen milk typically separates into an unappealing, grainy substance, making it suboptimal for both drinking and cooking purposes. Here's what thoughtful consumers do differently. Purchase milk in individual gallon containers from standard supermarkets, where inventory management is simpler and freshness remains until the final drop. This approach eliminates rushing through excess milk, dealing with spoilage, or regretting bulk purchases that initially seemed economical. The undeniable reality? Any supposed bargain forcing you to discard food isn't actually saving you money at all. Initially, an enormous 64-ounce container of premium soy sauce from the warehouse appears cost-effective. But here's the significant drawback many overlook. Soy sauce has definite quality longevity. While not technically expiring, its flavor profile gradually deteriorates after opening. Through repeated exposure to atmospheric conditions, moisture, and illumination, the once robust umami-rich depth slowly fades, eventually becoming flat, uninspiring, and virtually flavorless by the time you've consumed even half the container. What should enhance your culinary creations becomes merely a watery, disappointing addition that barely impacts flavor. Unless you prepare Asian cuisine almost daily, bulk soy sauce purchases make little practical sense. A smaller, recently opened bottle will consistently outperform a partially used oversized container in flavor intensity and culinary impact. The optimal strategy? Stick with standard retail sizes from conventional grocery outlets. You'll enjoy more pronounced, fresher flavors, avoid unnecessary waste, and ensure every prepared dish benefits from the rich, savory depth it deserves. After all, an economical oversized bottle holds little value if it ultimately compromises your cooking results. While many consumers trust this membership warehouse for groceries, household necessities, and exceptional values, this same bargain hunting approach can backfire substantially regarding the apparel purchases. The store's private label clothing might appear financially advantageous with its minimal price points, but numerous shoppers quickly experience buyer's remorse once they recognize what they have actually acquired. Inferior fabric quality that deteriorates after minimal washing cycles. Shirts rapidly shrink, pants lose proper fit, colors fade prematurely, and seams begin unraveling unexpectedly. What initially seemed like a prudent purchase eventually ends up donated or discarded within months, transforming an apparent money-saving decision into an expensive miscalculation. The genuine strategy for clothing savings. Completely avoid warehouse store apparel and instead seek branded merchandise on clearance at mainstream retailers like department stores, discount chains, or outlet centers. These establishments regularly offer substantial markdowns on superior quality textiles, meaning your wardrobe contains garments with actual longevity without requiring full retail expenditure. Rather than constantly replacing cheaply manufactured, quickly deteriorating clothes every season, investing in properly constructed pieces ensures your wardrobe remains functional for years rather than months. The ultimate reality? A supposed bargain isn't economical if replacement costs continue accumulating indefinitely. The warehouse's beef selections undeniably represent premium quality, but here's the common misconception too many consumers make, assuming this retailer consistently offers the lowest available prices. The actual reality? You might be paying unnecessary premiums. While this membership club certainly provides excellent cuts, many local grocery establishments and independent meat specialists frequently offer identical or superior quality products at reduced prices, particularly during promotional periods. Even more concerning, many warehouse shoppers remain completely unaware they're overpaying because they automatically assume bulk purchasing equates to better value. In certain instances, you could be paying premium prices for beef available significantly cheaper elsewhere. How do informed consumers sidestep this expensive error? Always conduct price comparisons before automatically visiting the warehouse. Neighborhood butcher shops not only provide fresher selections, but also offer customized trimming services unavailable with the warehouse's prepackaged options. Additionally, conventional supermarkets regularly feature promotions on premium beef, potentially providing restaurant-quality selections at substantially discounted prices. The fundamental lesson? Simply because a warehouse offers apparent volume discounts doesn't guarantee optimal value across their entire inventory. When paying premium prices, ensure you're genuinely receiving appropriate value. After all, what purpose does bulk purchasing serve if you're consistently overpaying? While the warehouse's bulk purchasing approach works effectively for certain grocery essentials, regarding bagels, it creates a problematic situation leading directly to waste. The fundamental issue? Complete lack of consumer choice. You're required to purchase minimum dozen-count packages regardless of whether you can realistically consume them entirely. Unless you have immediate freezing plans, these bagels will likely become stale, rock hard, or moldy before package completion. Unlike conventional supermarket breads containing preservation ingredients, bagels typically lack these additives, dramatically shortening their freshness window. Within mere days, they begin drying out, losing their distinctive chewy texture, and eventually spoiling completely, leaving disposal as the only option. Let's confront reality. If you're regularly discarding food, are you genuinely economizing? The most intelligent approach? Skip the warehouse's bulk bagel commitment entirely and instead purchase smaller quantities from neighborhood bakeries or local markets. Not only will these taste substantially better, but you'll avoid the guilt and frustration watching perfectly good food become waste. Fresh baked bagels from quality bakeries provide superior texture, enhance flavor profiles, and don't create artificial consumption deadlines before expiration. Remember this principle: any supposed bargain forcing unnecessary expenditure, waste, never represents authentic value. Stockpiling bulk soda packages from the warehouse seems logical initially, but after all, volume purchasing typically suggests maximum savings, correct? Actually, this represents one of the most significant financial misconceptions numerous shoppers believe, thinking they're economizing when they're actually spending unnecessarily. The verifiable reality? Traditional supermarkets, general merchandise retailers, and even convenience stores regularly run superior promotions on 12-unit and 24-unit packages, occasionally reducing prices by half during major sales events. This means while you're transporting massive 36-count packages home believing you've secured savings, another consumer just departed a competing retailer with identical quantities for substantially less expenditure. Consider this additional hidden expense. Where exactly will you store these purchases? Without dedicated pantry space or supplemental refrigeration, these cumbersome beverage packages consume valuable kitchen real estate merely to maintain inventory that could have been purchased more economically elsewhere. The more strategic approach for carbonated beverage acquisition? Always examine supermarket promotions first. Retailers like major discount chains, grocery stores, and even pharmacy chains frequently offer buy one, get one promotions, immediate discounts, and reward programs that dramatically reduce per-can costs. Unlike the warehouse where you're restricted to purchasing single massive packages of identical products, grocery outlets allow mixing different flavors or capitalizing on limited time special varieties. Additionally, purchasing smaller quantities more frequently ensures consistently fresh beverages instead of cans stored for extended periods, gradually losing carbonation. Ultimately, supposed bulk savings that actually increase expenses, limit selection options, and consume storage space represents no bargain whatsoever. It's simply poor consumer decision-making. This undoubtedly represents one of the most deceptive supposed bargains at the warehouse, continually trapping unsuspecting shoppers repeatedly. Multi-packs of organic long cucumbers may initially appear economical, but here's the harsh reality many discover too late. These vegetables deteriorate astonishingly quickly, transforming into slimy, mushy waste before complete consumption becomes possible. Unlike hardier produce with extended shelf life, cucumbers contain exceptionally high moisture levels, making them extremely perishable and prone to softening, wrinkling, and molding within just days of purchase. Even following every recommended storage technique, paper towel wrapping, crisper drawer placement, ventilated container usage, making them last sufficiently long to justify bulk purchasing remains virtually impossible. Most frustrating of all, by the time spoilage becomes evident, you've already wasted money on produce never enjoyed. The superior strategy? Purchase cucumbers individually from conventional markets or local farm stands where personal selection ensures maximum freshness while taking home precisely what you'll actually consume. This approach not only guarantees better quality and extended freshness, but prevents financial waste on food destined for disposal. Additionally, cucumbers taste significantly crisper, fresher, and more flavorful when consumed at peak ripeness, rather than languishing in refrigeration, slowly deteriorating. The fundamental principle remains constant. Any supposed bargain forcing food waste represents no savings whatsoever. It's merely a financial miscalculation. Now you're informed about 10 warehouse products that create savings illusions while actually increasing your expenses. Some entries may have surprised you, but intelligent shopping transcends mere price hunting. It requires ensuring your money delivers actual value. But avoiding these costly mistakes will preserve your financial resources while eliminating frustration, food waste, and disappointing purchases. What about your experiences? Have you purchased warehouse items that failed to deliver promised value? Or perhaps you know additional products deserving inclusion on this list? Share your insights below. I'm genuinely interested in your perspective. Before departing, please activate the like button to help fellow consumers discover this important information. If you value maximizing your budget, making superior purchasing decisions, and avoiding overpriced or wasteful products, subscribe to Thrifty Insights and enable notifications to receive our most effective money-saving strategies, product warnings, and shopping secrets consistently. Thank you for watching. Until next time.